Hello guys, I will be quitting YouTube. I won't be quitting YouTube forever, but it will definitely be a break of 1 month, maybe 2 months, a couple of weeks most certainly. And I'll tell you why. The reason basically is that I am kind of YouTube addicted in a way. Not the creating part, but the consuming part. And I'm not really capable of, separating the two, kind of, because you know I always upload videos on my computer, and yeah, I spend way too much time on my computer, and I need to fix that. I need to go outside more. I need to do other things more. I have a couple of responsibilities that I'm not really, you know, doing, especially when I'm using my computer a lot and I'm on YouTube a lot, And this is quite a problem. This happened, this YouTube addiction has been going on for quite a while. Basically, ever since I quit social media, my addiction not really has gone, or hasn't really gone away, but rather shifted to something else. And that something else is YouTube. And yeah, the thing is, with YouTube, you can always cope, right? You can always say, oh, I'm learning something. I'm getting smarter here. It's not just, doom scrolling, dumb consumerism, like Instagram or TikTok. But essentially it is, essentially it is just dumb consumerism. I mean, think about the last time you actually learned something on YouTube. It's probably been a while. Like, you learn little things, but yeah, not really huge things anyways. So I have to quit this addiction, and the only way I'm gonna quit it is by, completely separating myself from YouTube. Again, it's not gonna be forever. It's gonna be for 1 or 2 months. But yeah, I gotta get rid of my computer. I will, and that doesn't allow me to then upload videos, because I can only upload videos from my computer. So yeah, I'm just saying it just so you know. Probably nobody will listen to this video because nobody cares, which is okay. But maybe one person cares, and I'm happy to inform you. So yeah, I'm basically getting rid of my computer entirely, at least for these next 1 to 2 months. Simply because that is the place where I always watch YouTube videos. That is the place where I sometimes sit for 10 hours a day, oftentimes actually, right? On the weekend, let's say it's the weekend and I have nothing to do, sometimes I sit there for 12 hours watching YouTube. I'm not even kidding. When I have nothing to do, the weather is bad, I have no meetup with my friends or anything, I'm literally sitting there for 12 hours watching YouTube, right? I can see this in the statistics. So that is incredible, in a quite a bad way, I would say. So yeah, what can I say? I gotta quit this shit. And I've had years where I didn't watch YouTube whatsoever. And those were the years where I wasn't on my computer, or I didn't have my computer, or rather I had it, but I was gonna, or at the time I had it stored away somewhere. And this is exactly what I'm gonna do now as well. I'm gonna, get rid of the screens, unplug all the cables, unplug the keyboard, the mouse, get rid of everything, right? And then I'm gonna store it away in some box or some, I don't know, whatever. I'm gonna store it away. Not even in this room. I'm gonna put it into some other room. And yeah, it's really needed. Fuck, man. I mean, this is a problem I've had for quite a while, and I was always coping. With YouTube, I'm learning something, but in reality, I'm not. Right, and I'm always coping, or was always coping. I hope I'm not anymore, with the fact that oh, maybe I have to look something up. Maybe I have to look up how to do this or do this, do that, this or that. But essentially, dude, you can just fucking pull out your phone, go on the browser and quickly search up what you need to search up. Like, you don't have to be logged in with an account that is gonna show you exactly what you like all the fucking time because the algorithm is good. Like, you don't have to watch YouTube that way or from that point on, right? So yeah, all the learning aspect of it was complete cope. Yeah, I'd say I'm significantly addicted to YouTube. One could call it a YouTube addiction, one could call it an internet addiction. I don't know what it is. But yeah, it most certainly is an addiction. And I gotta fix this shit. Alright. And this is basically the only way I can see me fixing this, right? Because it's not like I've not tried. You know, I've tried logging my accounts out and tried, tried many different things. But essentially, at the end of the day, I will always go back. And if I'm not on YouTube, then I may download some video games and play them and waste time that way. So basically, I'm always doing some shit that is not necessarily quote unquote productive, right? Whatever that means, right? But like not good for you, of course. You know, going outside, talking to your friends, talking to your family, maybe reading a book, right? Learning something new, learning a skill, practicing something. Those things are way better, okay? Way better than any YouTube that you could ever do, or any YouTube video that you could ever watch, basically. Unless you watch my videos, of course. So, yeah. Another thing that I realized, I'm just gonna talk. Because why the fuck not? This is my last video, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. Last video for now, you know. Don't go ahead and unsubscribe. The thing I realized was that whenever you watch YouTube, you watch the past. You never live in the moment, right? Because every YouTube video was recorded in the past, right? It may have been recorded 5 minutes ago, but it may have been recorded a week ago, a month ago, something like that, you know? So even in that way, you never live in the current moment. You never live in now. And the now is the only thing that is real, right? The past is just your thoughts of the past. You can't really, you know, objectively look at the past because it's only your thoughts of it, right? You can have significantly or a significant difference in thoughts about the past than somebody else. And the future is the same. You know, you can just predict what you think is going to happen, but you never know. So the only true moment that really exists is the now. It is the current moment, right? And it will always be that way, and it was always that way. So yeah, by always living in the past, by watching YouTube, I think you're kind of doing a disservice to yourself in a way. So yeah, it's just a mental thing I thought about. I hope that made sense. I don't know. Yeah. I don't really know if I have anything more to say, to be honest. I quite enjoyed the journey from so far, I would say. I've met a lot of cool people on YouTube. Even had a podcast, which is insane, with the Eggman. Yeah, so it's all fun, honestly, and I will be very much looking forward to coming back to YouTube in 1 to 2 months' time. I will probably even record a couple of videos because I know I have a lot more time. But yeah, I just need to do this for myself and yeah, for my own well-being, because I've realized that, you know, there are a couple of pillars to health, and I think the mind is the most fundamental one, right? All of these YouTubers, other people in this space, they will tell you that, you know, the sun is the most fundamental thing, right? Or, you know, diet is the most fundamental thing, or sleep is the most fundamental thing, which, you know, all have their place, but I do believe that the mind is still the most fundamental thing because of things like the placebo effect and so on. And, you know, at one point you can feel beautifully healthy, and at another point you can feel terrible, even though you've basically changed nothing else about your lifestyle. You still get the same amount of sun, you still eat the same food, right? You still sleep well. Like, all of these things can still be influenced, and you can still feel terrible, just because of your mind, just because of negative mind patterns, just because of, you know, thought patterns that you have that are negative, loops, whatever, negative framing of everything. And I feel like being on social media and YouTube is just doing that to the extreme, right? Everything is framed negatively, basically, to inflict fear upon you. And yeah, I don't know. I would say that's not good for your mental health. Not good for my mental health, most certainly. Being on this too much, and yeah, everything wanting your attention. Yeah, I don't know. It's all a bit weird. Yeah, so yeah, it was a journey, guys, and we will most certainly see each other again. And yeah, have a good one, guys. Until then.